Yeah, impressive. The guys together, they found ways to get stops. Together, they found ways to create offense, create shots. Together, they just did a lot of things really well. Now it's a game of runs, and that was a huge one to finish it. So a lot of credit to our players.
Coach, obviously early in the game, we saw TNT capture an exchange with you and Kevin. He jerked away from you. I'm just curious what was going on there early in the game with you and him.
He and I were like old friends or whatever. We're always probably grabbing and talking to each other. So I thought he actually, his energy and his voice tonight was great. I think there was some kind of play, offensive play. He wanted something, I wanted something, and it's the beauty of basketball. So, but I think, as the game, really from that moment, his voice and, him talking, feedback, ideas, suggestions, was really, I think, a big part of the night.
If I may, just a quick follow. Have you ever experienced that where you have an exchange with a guy and then it seemed like a switch flips, and he just engages that way with you the rest of the game because you guys were talking pretty much the rest of the way?
Yeah, I'm not a guy that goes back a lot and thinks in the rear view. So, it's when you have, great players and, guys that know the game and think the game. And it's the beauty of coaching in this league is learning from players. These guys are teaching us all the time. I know it's supposed to be the other way around. But so, no, it's all healthy. It's all good.
Coach, to your point about it being a game of runs, at the end of the third quarter, it felt like we were seeing similar type of body language, and then that switch flipped. How badly did you guys need that type of resurgent effort?
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. Everybody knows where we are. This was to go on that run. I thought the competitiveness on the boards, guys getting in there, mixing it up, scrambling for each other, rotating, getting out, running. This was much needed.
Obviously, with Brad being out, Colin got that opportunity in the fourth. What was he able to do in terms of providing you guys with a spark there?
Yeah, I think it starts with Colin's defense. I think, he brings a little bit of an edge. I think him getting into, if we look at the film, I feel like there's a couple of instances where he's tapping or getting balls. And then, I thought he was aggressive getting to the basket. He took advantage of opportunities to go downhill, had a couple layups, and then obviously the big three late. He really came through when we needed him.
Coach, what do you think it takes to kind of sustain the energy that you guys had in the first and the fourth over the course of the whole game?
Yeah, that's been our magical question. How can we do it for more of the 48? And that's going to continue to be our push. How do we capture that good team? There's a good team. And, it's every team's challenge. And so we got to continue to fight to find our best for 48.
And the other day, Book was talking about how every game moving forward should have this kind of playoff feel. Is that something that you guys are encouraging, and did you feel that tonight?
Yeah, I think, we know where we are. We know the work we have to do. So I do think, there's a heightened, I think, probably awareness, attention, and for us to dig down and get this one, we just got to build off this.
Coach, you've had chronically been starting some of your two-way guys in the fourth, like Ty and Colin. What's been the impetus behind that lately?
I think sometimes there's some injuries on, kind of the either starters or guys ahead of them, and but there's a ton of confidence in both Colin and Ty from camp on. Both those guys have shown an ability, I think, to play in the league, to impact winning in the league. So. Both Colin and Ty as two ways, credit to, our G League team, Coach Litt, everything they're doing down there, having these guys ready, the play groups, so I think a lot of credit, all throughout the organization for what Colin did tonight.
But it's not the first time we've seen your team come back from a second half 20-point deficit against Clippers. What about that team made it so that y'all could be encouraged to complete this comeback? Because, again, you saw it before on Halloween.
Yeah. No, there's, our games have been a little bit strange, and, we found a way a couple different times So, each of them's been different. I thought Mason was really good tonight. Our bigs were really good. Obviously, Zubac was amazing. So tonight, I think some of the other games, both teams have been small and spread it out. And, I don't know. There's just I think it's probably more just an anomaly. But, there was a fight from our guys that was good against the Clips tonight. All right, thank you, guys.